on numbers 1 through 4. We're still going to be talking about surface area, and then later we're going to be talking about volume. Okay, raise your hand. I've heard of volume. I've heard that word, volume, before. Oh, thank heavens. Okay, cool. Okay, numbers 1 through 4, though, it's literally just reviewing what we just talked about on our starter. Finding the surface area is finding the area of all the faces and adding them all together. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Okay, so we have this like triangle, rectangular box thing. Okay, so we need to find the area of all the faces, like I said, add them all together. Let's go ahead. It's easiest for me to see this rectangle piece first. So let's go ahead and find the area of this rectangle piece. Okay, I know one of my sides is 5. And then we don't know this other side, so we kind of have to find it here. Okay, well, if this up here is 2, that means this down here is also 2. Okay, so that's going to help us find the area of that bottom, the bottom of our box thing. Okay, so this guy, I have my base times my height, or think length times width. 2 times 5. Just going to give me what? 10. Notice I'm not putting the units on now, but we'll put them on when we're done. Okay, so that's the bottom rectangle. Let's look at these side rectangles now. The one here looking like it's in front is a little bit longer than the one in back. Okay, so which 2 measurements do we need for this one in front? Thank you so much. Which 2 measurements do we need for this green guy that I've drawn? Nice, Donovan. Yes, we need to multiply 4 and 2 to get this area. So what's the area of that guy going to be? 8. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's look at the back one. I'll also draw it, just this back little rectangle right there. What 2 measurements do we need for that back one?
3 and 2.
Good job. We need 3 and 2. Okay, what's that guy going to be? 6. Are we done? Have we done all the faces?
No.
What ones are we missing?
3 and 5.
Yes, the triangles. Beautiful. So think of the front and the back. I don't know. Okay, it's these 2 triangles. The beautiful part is that these are going to be equal to each other. So we really only need to find the area once and then just multiply it by 2. Okay, so let's see. We got a triangle here with a base of 5. Okay, and let's see, what is my height gonna be for this? What's my height for this triangle?
It's going to be 3.
Beautiful. Yep. It's gonna be 3 right there. So remember, a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. So 1/2 times 5 times 3, and this is actually gonna give us a decimal. That's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go in my calculator. Turn it on. 0.5 times 5 times 3. It's going to give me 7.5, and then again I have 2 of those faces, the front and the back. So multiply that by 2. And nice, 7.5 multiplied by 2 gave me a total area of those 2 faces, 15. Okay, so now, again, what do I need to do with all these measurements that I've just found? Add them together. 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 15. Let's see. Can we do that in our head? 18 plus 6. What is it, Kaylee? 39. I love it. Now I don't have to do it in my head. Okay, so the surface area, we'll call it SA, of this guy, 39. Now we need to put our units on it. What are my units here? Meters squared.
Look, I answered the question.
I love it. Beautiful. Great job. Okay, let's go ahead and skip number 2. Let's go straight to number 3. Okay, so, the one side that's really just staring at me in the face would be this front rectangle, square looking thing. It's not a square because the sides aren't equal. Let's go ahead and find the front of that first. What 2 measurements do I need for this rectangle?
Height and base length. Whatever.
8 and
8 and 12.
8 and 12, beautiful. 8 times 12. Okay, I'm gonna do that in my calculator. Should know that. It's all right. Okay. So we have 96 for that front one. Now let's see the back one. Oh, nice. The back one is the same as well because we still have that 8 and the 12. So all we got to do is just multiply that by 2 to get the front and the back of this guy. 96 by 2. It's going to give me 192. Okay, so we have the front and the back rectangle pieces. Okay, which piece do you guys want to solve for next? The top and the bottom or that one side?
On the bottom?
Sure, let's do top and bottom. Why not? Okay, so the top and bottom, what shapes am I dealing with the top and the bottom? Triangles, nice. So now what 2 measurements do I need for my triangle? 1/2 base times height.
8 and 8.
Ooh, not quite 8. I agree that 8 is gonna be,
3.
ooh, it's not quite 3 either.
It's
12.
8 and 99.2. No, 2.9.
There you go. Beautiful. Okay, so that's our height. You can see teeny tiny, I kind of drew over it a little bit, but it's that 90-degree angle with that little dotted line. That means it's our height. So now we have 1/2 times my base, whoops, times my height, 2.9. Go in my calculator.
Oh, we have times it.
Yep, 1/2 times 8 times 2.9. And I get 11.6, but there are 2 sides of those. Okay, so let's just take that 11.6, multiply it by 2. 11.6 times 2 gave me 23.2. Okay, and there's only one side left to this shape. It's the very side here. It's this very skinny little rectangle over here that you can barely see. What 2 measurements do I need for that rectangle now?
3 and 12.
Nice, beautiful. 3 and 12. That side's 12, that side's 12. 3 times 12 is gonna give me 36. So I have 192, 23.2, and 36. What do I do with all 3 of those measurements now?
Add them together.
Add them together. 192, 23.2, 36. I'm gonna do this in my calculator. 192.
51.2.
Check your ends. Beautiful. Love it, you guys. Okay, so the surface area of this shape, 251.2 what?
Oh, meters squared.
Love it. Meters squared. Great job. Okay, show me a fist of 5 on surface area. Kind of annoying, kind of a lot of steps. How are we feeling about it? Okay, let's do number 4 then. Let's do one more of surface area. Okay, because volume's actually easier than surface area. Little hinty hint. Okay, so same shape as like we have on our starter. Okay, so first let's go ahead and find the area of just the bottom of this guy. Ooh, and this is a square, that's nice. Okay, so what 2 measurements do we need to multiply together?
12 by 12.
12 by 12.
12 squared, basically.
Yes, absolutely. Just gonna give me 144 for that bottom, that square. Ooh, and what I love about squares, that means all of these 4 triangle sides are all equal. Nice. So we just need to find the area of one of them, multiply it by 4, because there are 4 sides, and we're good to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So now we just need to find the area of one of these triangles. So I need my base and my height here. What 2 measurements do I need?
10.8 times 12.
Beautiful. Okay, again, it's a triangle, so 1/2 times my base, 12, times my height, 10.8. Go into my calculator to do this guy. 0.5 times 12 times 10.8. Okay, so for one of those triangles, it's 64.8. What do I need to multiply it now?
5 by 4, 3.
4, because there are 4 sides. So we take that guy, multiply it by 4, 64.8 times 4. And I get my final area, surface area, excuse me. Surface area of 259.2 what?
No, wait. No.
Miles.
Miles.
I was like, what is MI?
Oh, you guys are awesome. I love the mill. I love it.
Okay,
And
so
miles.
basically whether it's a squared or not, it's always just going to be squared.
So whenever we're talking about area, even surface area, squared. Love it.
Did you know Strom actually has a millimeter? There's actually a millimeter ruler
Wow.
that can help you with math and stuff.
Okay, so now that brings up that good question. Area is always going to be squared, but now we're not talking about area anymore on numbers 5 through 10. What are we talking about now? Volume, okay? So we're talking about, think of surface area as like the area of all the faces of the box, right? Well, now we're talking about like if we filled that box. How much air does that box take up? How much space does that box take up? Okay? So when we are multiplying to get our volume here, so here we have a rectangle box shaped thing. Okay, so the volume of this guy, let's write down its formula, is going to be our length times our width times our height. Length times our width times our height. Okay, beautiful. So because we're multiplying actually 3 dimensions of this shape, that's why when we're talking about volume, we're actually going to have units cubed now. Okay, so let's look at how we're going to find the volume of this box here. Okay, so looking at number 5, we need to identify what's my length, what's my width, and what's my height. What do you guys think? My length?
Would be 10.
One's definitely going to be 10, right?
Width would be 10.
That's a flat
and,
box.
and height would be 2.
Length, width, height. Sure. Beautiful. Love it. Yes, that is like a flat box.
Why would you do that?
Alright. Okay, so now all we're doing with these guys is multiplying them all together. So we have 10 inches. Notice I am putting the units on it this time. 10 inches times 10 inches times 2 inches. Okay, you can put that right in your calculator. Or you can think 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 2 is what, Donovan?
22.
Ooh, 100 times 2.
Other than 22?
Not quite. Bella, what is it?
200.
200. Beautiful. So the volume of this guy is 200. But here's where the inches cubed comes from. We multiplied inches times inches times inches. So now we're not talking about area anymore. We're talking about volume. So it is inches cubed.
But it'll still
Oh,
have
whoops,
it'll
whoops. There we go.
Okay, so now it changes to cube
Mhm.
for all of those ones.
For all of volume.
Okay.
Yep.
Volume, okay.
Great question. So whenever you're talking about volume, you're talking about units cubed.
Here we go again.
Okay, let's go ahead and skip to number 8. Let's just stick with the same shapes for now, then we'll jump back to 6, 7, and 9. Okay, ooh, this guy's kind of nice. This is what we call a cube because all of the sides are exactly the same. So this one should be super easy. What is my length? What is my width? And what is my height? Donovan?
4.
Full.
I love it. Yep, length, width, height. Beautiful. Okay, so the volume of this guy, 4 yards times 4 yards times 4 yards. Okay, well 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times another 4 is going to give us what? Or what is 4 to the 3rd power? 16. 16 times 4.
24. Oh.
Super close. 64. Okay, 64 yards what? We multiplied 3 yards together, so
Cute.
cubed. Beautiful.
Okay, I was like, did I get that?
64
Do
yards.
you have to put
cubed.
YD or can you just put Y?
YD.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, they're very particular about the units of measurement. Because just if you put M, you could be talking about millimeters, which is like that. Or you could be talking about, or you could be talking about miles, which is like huge. Mm-hmm.
If you don't put in the right thing, then it could be looked at, and then they might make it bigger than what you want.
Absolutely. Okay, do number 10 on your own. Try number 10, and then we'll compare answers. Okay, so try number 10. I'll give you like 1 minute to do that.
Oh, 10. Yes. 10. 10.
It's really not that hard. It's literally just looking at them. Here, okay.
Let's take like 30 more seconds.
Literally all you need is look at it. So you see that, you see that. Like, what do they look like? Basically, so just that one's bigger. So if that's the one, if that's the one, then that's gonna be the width because it is the same. It's just the same. So it would be 10 times 7 times 11. And actually, 10 is different.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and compare answers, you guys. Okay, so looking at number 10, we're still talking about a rectangular prism, is what we call it. Okay, so we need the length, the width, and the height. Okay, what do we get for length, width, and height?
11 times 10 times 7.
Sure. Beautiful.
Oh, I was like, sure. Did I get it wrong?
Nope, 100% right. Thing with a rectangular prism, like based on how the box is standing, that might be your length, that might be your width. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of doesn't
literally
matter.
looks the same. A lot of them, they're just bigger or they're tilted. You
Beautiful.
just have to look at it the same.
Okay, so we're taking 7 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 11 centimeters. Okay, what'd you guys get? What is my volume for this rectangular prism? Bella, what'd you get?
777 meters cubed.
I got it too.
We confirmed 770
Yeah.
centimeters cubed. Beautiful. Love that she even got the units on there.
I think this is the first time that I've ever actually answered questions in this class.
I love
to be
it.
honest.
Love it. Okay, show me a fist of 5 on finding the volume of a rectangular prism. Think like a box type of thing. Length times width times height.
It's a
Cool.
thing.
Okay, let's go back to number 6 then. Number 6 is a little different, kind of solid. Okay, this guy is what we call a rectangular pyramid. Okay, it's still a rectangle on our bottom, but then it comes up to a point, a pyramid.
It's a square.
Okay, so our formula for this guy, length times width times height, looks almost the exact same, but then we're going to take that number,
Divided by 2.
divide it by 3.
Because it's
Why do
Always
you
divide
think
by
we're
3.
dividing by 3 there?
Like
it's the
cube.
volume, we multiply it 3 times.
Well, not quite.
No,
What
it's
what
like-
shapes are the sides creating?
Threes.
A triangle.
One,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay,
It's just like how it is cubed because it's taking 3
3 dimensions.
Yes.
Yep, you got it. Okay, alrighty. So, same thing, you guys. We need to identify length, width, and height of this pyramid. Okay, what do you guys think? What's my length?
2
What,
times 1 times 1.
1 length, 2 or 1 width. And it even shows you right here, it has like, this thing is 2 feet tall. That is my height. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug it in. We have 1 times 1 times 2,
I reckon it's 2.
which is going to be 2. You are absolutely right.
1.5.
But it's divided by 3.
But then we divide it by 3.
1.5. Can it be that?
2
I
divided
don't
by
think
3.
I did the math right. Hold on.
1 times 2.
Now it's giving me
I don't think that's
0.666666667.
Whoa.
I don't think you can do 2 divided by 3.
It's
Hold
gonna
up.
be
We're
big
gonna
old
check this.
decimal.
Yeah, it gives you that.
Yeah.
If you do 3 divided by 2, it's 1.5. Well, that's not the same. Yeah, right. Just backwards.
Oh no, we got that. Yeah.
So funny.
So I think that's right. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it as 2/3. Can we simplify 2/3?
No.
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 Well,
Okay.
I mean, you can. It would just be 0.6.
No.
Yeah, it would
And
be
then
like
you
a.
just write that little line that's supposed to go on top of it for when they're.
It's fine.
So then it's like an infinity
2/3 is
number.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
And that's gonna be feet.
That, yeah,
Feet.
that thing.
Feet what?
feet cubed.
Feet cubed. And there we go.
We haven't learned the weird little line thing that's fast, have we?
No, I mean you should have learned that.
I
Like,
learned that last year, but I don't remember anything from that class except for that.
Mhm.
That was the one thing I
it means it's gonna
remember.
repeat itself.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's finish off with number 7. This will be our last example for the day. Okay, so I need, this is still a rectangular pyramid, so I need my length times my width times my height.
8 times. Wait. 8, 6, and 6.9.
Good job. Okay, these 8s right here, they're trying to fool you. That is not how tall this triangle is, right? How tall is from straight to the ground. Okay, so I just need the 8, the 6, and the 6.9. Okay, so we'll plug it in. 8 times 6 times 6.9. And then we're going to divide that all by 3, but I'm going to go ahead and plug that whole thing in my calculator first. 8 times 6 times 6.9.
331.
Love it. Okay, so we got 331.2, which I now need to divide by 3 to get my,
110.4.
love it. So my final volume, feet cubed. And there we go.
Cool.
Okay, show me a fist of 5. How are you guys feeling?
I'll give it 10.